Welcome, wanderers, to Wanderlust Stories, where the world's most enchanting destinations meet tales that linger long after the journey ends. My name is Wanderlust, and today I'm taking you to a land of rhythm and fire, of music that lives in the soul and beaches kissed by gold. Jamaica. But beneath its beauty, my story isn't about paradise. It's about family, betrayal, and a darkness I can never forget. This is the story of the trip where I lost more than I ever thought possible. The trip with my husband, John, and my sister. We arrived in Montego Bay on a humid afternoon, the air thick with salt and spice. The sun stretched long across the horizon, bathing the coastline in molten gold. The sea rolled gently against the shore, and reggae music drifted from somewhere unseen, blending with the laughter of strangers. On the surface, Jamaica was everything I had dreamed of. Waterfalls tumbling into hidden lagoons, lush green mountains towering over villages painted in every shade of joy. But even as we stepped off the plane, I felt it, a tension pulling at the edges of this trip, because we weren't alone. My sister had come too. She was beautiful, charming, and dangerous in the way a flame draws you close before it burns. I hadn't wanted her there, but she had a way of inserting herself into everything that belonged to me. John, ever the peacemaker, convinced me it would be fine. "She's family," he said with a shrug. "Let's make the best of it." But I knew better. We checked into a villa perched above the cliffs of Negril, with sweeping views of the endless Caribbean Sea. At night, the waves glowed faintly, shimmering with bioluminescence, as if the ocean itself held secrets. It should have been magical, but the silence between me and my sister was louder than any crashing wave. She smiled sweetly to John, laughed at his jokes, leaned too close when she thought I wasn't looking. Her charm was poison, and I could see him softening, little by little. One night we went to Dunn's River Falls. The air was cool, the cascading water silver under the moonlight. But I swear I heard something else in the rushing water, voices, low, chanting, carrying words I couldn't understand. I stopped, shivering, while John and my sister kept climbing ahead, their laughter echoing against the rocks. "Do you hear that?" I called, my voice unsteady. John looked back, frowning. "Hear what?" But she smiled. My sister smiled in that way only I recognized. Knowing, cruel. Days passed, and the island's beauty felt like a mask, hiding something that wanted to swallow me whole. The staff at the villa avoided my eyes. Strangers on the beach whispered in patois, looking past me as though they knew something I didn't. And then it happened. One evening we had dinner by the cliffs. The rum punch was sweet, too sweet, and my head swam after a few sips. John held my hand, but his eyes kept drifting toward her. My sister leaned in close, brushing her hair back, her lips curving in that wicked smile. I excused myself, dizzy, and stepped away into the night air. When I returned, John was gone, his chair pushed back, his drink half finished. My sister sat there alone, her eyes glinting like the sea under moonlight. "Where's John?" I asked. She tilted her head, feigning innocence. "He went for a walk." But the way she said it, the softness, the satisfaction, made my skin crawl. I searched the beach, the cliffs, even the edge of the water, and then I saw it, a glimmer beneath the waves. Something moving, something pulling. I rushed to the edge, calling his name, but the only thing that surfaced was his wedding ring, glinting cold in the moonlight, floating in the tide. I reached for it, trembling, and the moment my fingers closed around the band, I heard it. His voice. "Come to me." I turned back toward the villa, the sand still clinging wet to my feet, clutching John's ring so tightly in my palm it cut into my skin. The night air felt heavier now, thick with the scent of salt and hibiscus, and though the beach was empty, I knew I wasn't alone. She was there, my sister, standing in the shadows of the veranda, her dress swaying lightly in the breeze that seemed to touch her alone. Her silhouette was still, too still, like a painting waiting for me to notice, and when my eyes finally locked on hers, she stepped forward. The smile she wore was no longer sweet or feigned. It was sharp, triumphant, as if she had been waiting for this moment her entire life. "You always thought he was yours," she said softly, her voice carrying too clearly over the hush of the sea. "But the island knows better. It gives, and it takes." My heart slammed against my ribs. "What did you do?" I demanded, my voice breaking, though part of me wasn't sure I wanted the answer. She tilted her head, her eyes glinting in the moonlight. "I didn't take him," she whispered, almost lovingly. "I offered him." The words hit me like a slap. Offered. To what? To whom? And then I heard it again. The same whispers I had caught at Dunn's River Falls, low and rhythmic, chanting in a language older than the island itself. The sound came from everywhere at once, from the waves, from the palms rustling above us, even from the air vibrating in my bones. My blood turned cold. "You hear it too, don't you?" she said, her smile widening. "The old spirits, the duppies, they've been waiting." "No," I whispered, shaking my head, clutching the ring as though it could tether me to sanity. "He's not gone. I heard him. I heard John." Her laugh was soft, mocking, and it cut straight through me. "Of course you heard him. The island lets you hear what you most want. That's how it keeps you close. He's theirs now. He chose." I stumbled back, my legs trembling, the whispers swelling louder, pressing against my ears. He would never." But she only stepped closer, her perfume mixing with the heavy night air, sweet and suffocating. "Haven't you noticed?" she murmured, her voice dripping with venom. "The way he looked at me. The way he lingered near me when you turned away. He was mine long before this island ever asked for him." I froze, my stomach twisting into knots. Her words crawled under my skin like insects. Too plausible, too sharp, too real. I wanted to scream, to fight, but all I could do was grip the ring tighter, as if its cold metal could silence her poison. The sea beyond us began to shift, waves rolling unnaturally slow, glowing faintly as though alive. And then I saw them. Shapes moving beneath the surface, long and skeletal, twisting in ways that defied human form. Arms or maybe fins, stretching upward as though reaching for me. "Look," she whispered, her eyes shining with feverish delight. "They've accepted him. They'll accept you too, if you let them." "I don't want them," I spat, though my voice cracked with fear. Her grin widened. "But they want you. They've wanted us both." I just gave them the stronger one first, the one worth taking. Rage shot through me, sudden and blinding, cutting through the haze of terror. "You did this," I hissed, stepping closer to her. "You gave him to them." Her expression softened, almost pitying. "I freed him. You'll understand soon enough." And then her face shifted. For a brief second, her features flickered, distorted in the moonlight, as if her skin was just a mask slipping over something else. Her shadow stretched unnaturally long behind her, curling across the sand like a living thing. I gasped, stumbling back, and she only laughed. "The island chose me," she said. "It always has. You were never meant to keep anything for yourself. Not him, not even your own life." The whispers grew deafening now, filling the air, rising like a chorus of the dead. My ears rang, my chest heaved, and I clutched John's ring to my heart. My sister's figure blurred in the moonlight, until I couldn't tell if she was truly there, or if she had already become part of the island's curse. And in that moment I realized the truth I cannot bear. I hadn't just lost John. I had lost him to her, and to something much older, much hungrier, that had been waiting for us since the moment we set foot on Jamaican soil. I never saw John again. And worse, I never saw her again either. Only the ring in my palm, and the silence of the sea, as though both had been swallowed whole. The next morning, the locals found me wandering along 7 Mile Beach, barefoot, clutching the ring as though it was the only thing keeping me tethered to reality. They brought me back to the villa, but no one spoke of John. No one spoke of my sister. It was as if the island itself had swallowed them whole. To this day, I don't know if it was her jealousy that took him, or something older, something that lives in Jamaica's waters, feeding on the hearts of those it chooses. But I know this, paradise can turn on you. And sometimes the ones you fear most aren't strangers, they're family. So, my fellow wanderers, if you ever find yourself walking the golden beaches of Jamaica, let the music guide you, let the beauty heal you. But never ever ignore the shadows. For some stories don't stay buried. They live in the water, in the wind, and in the hearts of those you trust least. Until next time, this is Wanderlust reminding you, some destinations don't just change you, they claim you.